Hey kiddos, welcome to our first week of equations. We are looking at algebra tiles and you were to write an equation. So just as a reminder, and we talked about this a little bit in class, we have our x, each of these is a 1. So we need to figure out how to write this as an equation. So right now I have x and I'm putting two more pieces together. So this would be x plus 2. And when I do x plus 2, it equals 3. So these algebra tiles show x plus 2 equals 3. Here we have x minus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 equals 1. X minus 5 equals 1. Down here we have x plus 4 equals 4. Over here we have x minus 1 equals 6. Here we have x plus 5 equals 9. And x minus 3 equals 8. Any questions on your algebra tiles? Bring them with you to class. All right, sweet faces, looking at our next page, we are writing an equation using the image below. So in total, this is going to be 40. And what am I putting together to make 40? I'm putting together 30 and a. So 30 plus a equals 40. Over here, what do I have in total? I have 15. What am I putting together to make it? 3 plus b. I have d in total, and it's broken down into 35 and 10. This was a little bit sticky. We had to subtract. So you could say that d minus 10 equals 35. You could also say that d minus 35 equal 10. Either of those would be correct, but when we have altogether the variable, that's telling us to subtract. Another example here, altogether it's going to equal c. So I need to subtract the 21 or the 29, and I'm left with the other. Here, altogether is 20. And how did I get that? I put together e and 3. Altogether is 30. How did I get that? I put together f and 14. Any questions on these? Bring them with you to class. All right, Nuggets, time to solve. Remember, to solve, we need to get the variable by itself using our inverse. So I have 5. It's in the front. The lack of a negative tells me it's positive. So if I want to move it to the other side to keep it balanced, I'm going to subtract it. Because when I subtract it, it cancels out. 5 minus 5 is 0, leaving just the g on this side. 13 minus 5 is 8. I can check it. 5 plus 8 equals 13. This is correct. Over here, I need to get rid of my minus 4. The opposite would be to add 4 to both sides. Negative 4 and positive 4 leave h up by itself. 19 plus 4 is 23. I can check it. 19 is equal to 23 minus 4. Best practice to write it as h is 23 with the variable on the left, but it's not incorrect if you did it the other way. All right, we have a negative k. So what I need to do is I need to move the k to be positive and the 3. They're going to switch places. So I'm going to add k to both sides. 7 equals 3 plus k. I'm going to subtract 3 from both sides. 4 is equal to k. I can check it. Is 7 minus 4 equal to 3? Yes, it is. That tracks. And again, best practice to write the k on the left and the 4 on the right. Over here, I'm going to subtract 8 from both sides. When I do that, I'm left with 32 is equal to j. Best practice, j is equal to 32. Let's check it. 40 is equal to 32 plus 8. That is correct. I have 1 plus m equals 22. Subtract the 1 from both sides. 1 minus 1 leaves m by itself. 22 minus 1 is 21. 1 plus 21 is equal to m. That checks. I'm going to add the 27 to both sides to get the n by itself. When I add these together, I get 77 equals n, best practice, n on the left and the 77 on the right. I can check it. 50 is equal to 77 minus 27. That is correct. Any questions on these? Bring them with you to class. All right, loves, our next page, you are writing an equation based on the word problem. So similar to what we did a couple of weeks ago, where we were writing an inequality based on the words. So Kevin purchased a carton of 20 strawberries. He ate some, and now there are 4 left. How do we write it? Well, he had 20. We don't know how many strawberries he ate, but we do know that there are 4 left. So 20 minus S equals 4. You can use any letters as long as you have it as being subtracted from the 20. A bakery needs 7 pounds of flour to bake their cakes for the week. They got a delivery of 3 pounds, but they still need more. So they need 7 pounds. And they got 3, but they need more. We could also write this as 3 plus F equals 7. We're unsure of how much more they need, so we're going to write that as our unknown. A grocery store stocked 35 gallons of whole milk. They sell 25, and now they have some left. So they stocked 35. We're not sure what they have left, but we know that they sold 25. 35 minus M for milk equals 25. A construction company uses 28 bricks on Monday. They use more on Tuesday. They've used a total of 47. So they used 28. On Tuesday, they used an unknown amount of bricks, but altogether they used 47 bricks. 28 plus B equals 47. Jessica has 19 stuffed animals. She decided to donate 4 of them to her local church. So we have 19 minus an unknown amount left equals the 4 that she donated. Last one, Lynn wants to buy a bag of candy for $3 and then a drink. He spent $5. So he bought his bag of candy. Not sure what his drink cost, but we know in total he spent $5. So 3 plus D equals 5. Any questions on this? Bring them with you to class. All right, to write an equation this time, again, you have to write it, but then solve. Write and solves. We're building. Anthony has some pencils and 7 pens. He has a total of 10 writing utensils. How many pencils does he have? So he has 7 pens and some pencils. Altogether, he has 10. That's my equation. 7 plus P equals 10. I'm going to subtract 7 from both sides. P is equal to 3. I can go back in and check it. 7 plus 3 equals 10. That is correct. Nicole needs to read 50 pages for her science homework. She has read 37 before dinner. How many more pages does she need to read after dinner? So we can write this as a subtraction or addition. It's up to you. We know that she needs to read 50 pages. We're not sure how many pages are left, but we know that she's already read 37. Or we can say that she already read 37. She needs to read an unknown amount, and that would leave her with 50. This would make the most sense, but I could see how you would write it as subtraction. We're going to solve it as an addition one. So we have 37 plus her unknown equals 50. We're going to subtract 37 from both. The amount of pages is equal to 13. I can check it. Is 37 plus 13 equal to 50? Yes, that checks out. A restaurant makes 10 pizzas. They sold 2 to their first customer. How many pizzas do they have left? So they have pizzas. They sold 2. And it needs to total 10. Or you could say it has subtraction, but again, this one addition makes the most sense. If you had subtraction and you want me to check it, let me know. I'm going to subtract 2 from both sides. P is equal to 8. Let's check it. 8 plus 2 is equal to 10. That is a true statement. Tina has $35. She spent $15 on a new pair of sandals. How much money does she have left? Since she spent it, subtraction is the only appropriate answer for this one. So she had $35, and we're not sure what was spent or what has left, but we know that she spent $15. So we need to figure out what we have. This is a little bit sticky because we end up with that negative m again, which means that these guys need to switch places because we can't have a negative variable. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add the m to both sides, and I'm going to get 35 is equal to m plus 15, and then I'm going to subtract the 15. So 2 steps. 20 is equal to m. I can check it. 35 minus 20 equals 15. That checks out. Any questions? Bring them with you to class. Jennifer bought 14 apples. Her family ate 5 in the first week. How many more apples still need to be eaten? So we know that she has 14 apples. We still need to eat an unknown amount. And so far, they've eaten 5. So again, we have that negative variable. We need to switch places. So 14 equals 5 plus a minus 5 from both sides. 9 is equal to a. I can check it by substituting 14 minus 9 equals 5. That checks out. Last one, Samantha weighed her new baby goat, and she was 7 pounds. Then she weighed 15 pounds 2 weeks later. How much weight had the goat gained? So she was 7 pounds. She gained an unknown amount of weight and was 15 2 weeks later. I'm going to subtract 7 from both sides, and we have that G is equal to 8. I can check it. 7 plus 8 equals 15. That is correct. Any questions on any of these? Please bring them with you to class. Have a good week.